This island behind me is Isabella Island. It's the last of the Galapagos Islands we'll see in between here and French Polynesia.
There's really nothing that could prepare me for crossing the Pacific Ocean. Our passage to the Galapagos was good training, but the entire time I knew that I would be back on land in a couple of days. As we left the Galapagos, I had little indication as to how many days we would be at sea before we made landfall. It takes some people 2 weeks and others 6 to cross this stretch of water. When you enter the vast desert of blue known as the Pacific Ocean, you are at its mercy. If the wind dies out, you can bob around in the same place for days. If the wind is strong, it can rip the mast off your boat and leave you stranded thousands of miles from help. Setting sail for the Marquesas was a leap of faith. Faith in the weather, faith in Captain Drew, and faith in our equipment. It's day 4 out at sea on the long trip, and we just had some visitors come up beside the boat. After 4 days at sea with only one person to talk to, it was nice to see another living being, even if they were dolphins. These playful creatures rival the sea lions in the Galapagos for the title of friendliest sea mammal. I had about a half hour to sit on the bow and watch the dolphins play in the wake. After a while, they got bored and veered off into the open ocean. After a few days at sea, I realized there's only one way to describe the experience of sailing across the largest ocean on Earth: boring. A trip like this is more similar to a self-inflicted painful endurance test than a vacation at sea. It's kind of like doing a marathon in the desert or pogo sticking to the South Pole. You know it's gonna suck, but you do it for the feeling when you finish, not the feelings you have during the experience. Every day I woke up to the same thing, an endless stretch of water. And every day, all day, we just killed time. Sleeping, playing video games, and of course studying some fine literature about the craft of sailing. Despite the monotony of life at sea, there were exciting moments. Dolphins, beautiful sunsets, and fishing kept us entertained about 5% of the day.
I was just letting the fishing line out before I even had it out all the way. I had something hit it, so we're gonna pull it in and see what it is. Looks like a mahi. Yeah. That's lunch, folks.
Despite the fact that we laid around the boat most of the time, sailing this distance can take a toll on the body. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, our bodies were moving.
Oh, my aching back.
The constant rocking and bucking of the boat never gives your muscles a moment to rest. When you're cooking, when you're reading, when you're trying to stay accurate in the bathroom, and even when you're sleeping, the boat is rocking you every which way.
Dude, Aaron. It's that time, man. And you get some rain with it.
To make it worse, we rarely slept for more than a few hours at a time. To be absolutely safe, we always had at least one person awake, 24 hours a day, to keep an eye out for storms and other boats. At night, we traded off, sleeping and keeping watch in 3-hour shifts.
It's rained more in the last 10 minutes than I've seen it in several months now.
Welcome to Night Watch. Drew just woke me up. It's a little after 11 p.m. Tonight I've got the 11 to 2 shift and the 5 to 8 shift. We've got a special guest on the program tonight. So I'm gonna do a little interview here. Hi Aaron, thanks for being on the show. Oh yeah, no problem. It's not like I got anything else to do. So tell me, what is Night Watch all about? Just sit out here and keep a watch out for storms and boats. Huh, that sounds kind of boring. Yeah, sometimes. I find stupid little things to keep me busy though. Oh yeah, like what? Oh well, I'm a filmmaker too, so I'm making a video about this trip, and I'm always coming up with stupid little ideas for things to do for the video. And one time I tried to count the stars too. Oh yeah, how many did you count? 6. Oh. Yeah, and sometimes I howl at the moon too. Especially nights like tonight, when it's nice and full. Oh, that's interesting. Well, thanks for being on the show. And that concludes our interview with Aaron Davis. We'll see you next time. Well, I was just trying to get to sleep, and I heard something go thwap, hit the deck up above, and heard it flapping around, and biggest flying fish I've seen on this whole trip just hopped up on the deck. Let's go have a look. Ooh, that's a big one. Ah! Okay, sunrise is starting to come up, so I'm gonna switch off this green night vision. Have a look. Getting there, no sun yet.